Hello. Hello. How's it going? I'm trying to look up how do we do the character select? Is it this? I don't think so. I think that's something else. I don't even know if that's used. Okay, no, I guess we do when we have a point light attached to the character. I'm looking for the thing that happens like we flash the character when we character select, and I wanted to put a related effect when the bard charms somebody, just to make it very clear and snappy. So switch heroes to is it an update guy active flags? Nope. Where is it? Huh. Dude, I don't remember. I don't remember. Uh-oh, my tea water is ready, but where would I look? Maybe it's called flash in it. Flash info, no. Flash time. Ah, there we go. There we go. Wait, wrong line. Flash pulse. So we don't. Well, let's see. Active hero color.w. Okay. That's crazy. What? 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 All right. That's happening in the shader for some reason. What? Does nobody else call flash pulse? Ah, there we go. Oh. What the actual F? Okay, what is this? Sending an email, character flashing. I was looking through the code to add some more character flashing style effects, but and in doing so, notice this round line 4430 draw. This didn't make very much sense to me, and it looks like nobody is anyone using active hero location? In both global parameters and level params. It wouldn't make sense anyway because there can be multiple characters active at once. Is this something new you are working toward, or is it super old and should go away? Question mark. So, yesterday and today, I will have you know, as I often do, I went to cafes and got some tea. And I've been bringing my own honey with me now to coffee shops because then I know it is the highest quality honey. And that is what I did today. I used my own honey. And then I bring my own metal spoon to the coffee shop. Because if you use a plastic spoon, you get all kinds of microplastics in your tea, right? So I basically bring my own coffee shop to the coffee shop now. That's what I'm saying. Someone says, why don't you just stay home? Well, I like going out in the world. I like going out in the world. Congrats on getting text rendering working. That is a good step. At this point, buy a coffee shop. You know, I've actually thought about maybe someday after this game ships, if I have extra money, which is not the case right now, opening a bookstore and cafe here in Boulder, Colorado. And I would really get some people's goose in a dander, because all the books would be like Thomas Sowell and Ayn Rand and Robert Heinlein or whatever. It'd be great. Okay. So, we had noticed where this actually happens. This is what I was looking for. Okay. So now I want to implement a color for things that are charmed. Night stream. It's still daytime out, yo. Okay. All right. So I'm going to want to make another function. Okay, this is really rather more complex than I thought. So I guess we're doing the thing. You know what? We're not going to do this right now, because I wanted to do simple, quick stuff. We found enough information that we've kicked the task to the next thing. But like, we're basically doing this by multiplying the color by a very large amount. And that works because we're flashing characters to white, so we just saturate the frame buffer. That will not work if you want a color to happen. So I would need to modify the shaders, or I mean, the problem is this color is not meant to be like a flat effect on the entity. This is sort of an abuse that I was doing from the early days, and it's like, well, whatever, it still works. I don't know. Maybe we just put something. It's very easy to just have like a post color, right? And it's like, hey, if someone's charmed, flash them toward this color. Or, and then maybe if we have a post color, we can do a more adult version of this. Okay, I gotta pour the tea. We might have to get some milk. Oh no, I left the thing. Okay, I got the thing. I got some milk. I ordered another new laptop today, by the way, because this Razer, I'm back to the Razer I bought 2 years ago. And it's so bad. It's not as bad as when I bought it. It actually kind of works now, but it's so bad that like I simply can't really use it. And I would never buy another one. Like they have a new one that's like thinner and stuff, and I'm just like, what? You guys just keep making this worse. I looked at some AMD laptops, but I landed on the ThinkPad X1 Carbon, which is not available in AMD flavor. So we're going to get the X1 Carbon. Even though I had a very bad experience with X1 Extreme, they appear to have discontinued X1 Extreme, thank God. And so X1 Carbon is a much more just, you know, integrated graphics situation. Do the Asus ones work? The Asus that I bought fell apart after 7 months. What OS do I use? I use Cramp OS. All right, so I have a to-do list. And we're just going to go there while I think about... Oh, hey, here's some overworld edits that we got to do. That's fun. You pre-ordered a framework laptop? I'm sorry. You're going to regret that shit. Dude, all these laptops are so bad. It's nigh unbelievable. I would not believe it. I would think someone was exaggerating if they described all the things I've been through in the past 5 years. Like, literally every laptop has fallen apart or failed to work on delivery. Or both. All right. I have on my other screen this list of problems we just saw. Oh, it's downstairs. We're not that worried about that. So, you know, we do a bunch of edits and stuff. Yeah, this whole area, we just deleted all these levels that were down here because we want to make the game shorter for you. So, I'm just going to leave these here to remind me of what... I'm going to have to redesign this screen or get rid of it and move the thing somewhere else, but it'll just help to have this context. I'll probably do that. So what you see here is the initial layout for this part of the overworld, and this is the late game. And so it had all these levels that we weren't sure about and stuff. And... most of this layout is invalid now, but we are finalizing the set of levels that are actually going to be in the game for this part. I mean, for earlier in the game, it's mostly locked down. So we're just figuring out this part, and we're not necessarily too far from having that nailed down. And then I can design these. So I think next week even, I want to do another pass at this layout and try to get it to be more real. Not yet final, but more real. Okay, let's see. Some of these might be the ones I just edited, yeah. That's that one. That level entry is marked broken or disfavored. Indeed, it is. Okay, we're going to leave that one. Because like I said, I have to redesign all these anyway. I'm just looking for things that are inadvertent. Okay, so This one also disfavored. That one's on, okay. Now this one looks like a mistake. God, these numbers are getting big. So here, this spawner got skipped. It is supposed to be attached to this probably. Oh my God, look at all these. There's no 1, 2, yeah. All right, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Did we cut many puzzles in Witness 2? Yeah, I would say so. If you ship every puzzle you tried, it's probably not a very good game. I'm just going to go out there and say that. Or you're a way better designer than me. Or every move of yours was divinely inspired, which could be. Could be. Okay. Now, where are we going to put the chicken jockey on the map is the question. Okay. So that's going to be that. We're just going to take the W every time that I delete things or fix things. Delete things from the to-do list so we don't forget to take the W's. So here I'm going to say overworld small fixes. Takes forever to check things in now because we have a lot of files. Okay, will Overworld have a Benny test? I don't think so. Like right now, Benny tests for longer levels don't work right anyway. And it's up in the air about, should we fix that? What's the deal? I don't know why they don't work right. Is it worth debugging them? Yeah. How big is the repository? It's pretty big. It's like 300 gigs, something like that. Last I checked. Let's do this one because we did save file the other day and we put the music in there, but we didn't save the graphics setting, which is really silly. So we'll go do that. That's an easy one. And then we'll do this. That's an editor thing that I'll show you when we do it. I did this. Oh, wait. I thought, you know what? I started this on my laptop and then I never finished. So let's run this in the background. I want to know who uses this mesh. If long ones don't work, how do we know short ones work? There can't really be false positives. If there are false positives, it means the level has a really obvious exploit, basically. I don't know. There is a rare false positive risk, but I don't think that's really the problem. The problem is it's more about timing. Like, it's just that during the playback, sometimes for some reasons, we don't try to do the next move at the right time, right? Okay. How's this going? We're not finding them in all those files. Okay, display resolution in the save file. We did literally the same thing we're about to do. Dude, this camera is making me tired. I might have to turn the camera off again. I don't understand what it is. I don't get it. Campaign file version 18. Wait. Volume. I see. So here we're going to go see, okay, we got to do a few things. We're going to call this render resolution. Okay. This is not right. This is version... Wait, what did I do? Oh my god, this is how tired I am, dude. Oh my god. All right. So we need to actually have this be a thing, and the question is, what are we doing right now? Resolution graphics.render resolution. Yeah, we don't want that. When you open the menu, when you start the game, we will put this into menu state. All right. Okay. Menu state.render resolution. All right, so now graphics. Oh shit, I stopped the search. No, why did I do that? We got to do it over again. Chicken jockey. All right. I'm going to put this on the other monitor. Camera might be making you more aware of yourself. It's not conscious like that. I don't know what it is exactly, but it is a thing. It's very noticeable. All right. New instance. Okay, tweak variables. Okay, so here Okay. Okay, so this is going to be... Actually, why is that? Let's just put that here. Okay. So, let's also, I was going to put a warning on there. You know, we don't need 64 bits for this value, I'm just going to say. Nope. That is the wrong program. That was our business graph example from weeks ago. Do I feel the same kind of camera fatigue when I do interviews? You know, I'm not sure. Because you usually expect interviews. You know, I don't. It's like streaming is different somehow. I don't know. I don't know. Do I use a lot of asserts? Yes. Any tips about what are the best use cases for them? I mean, assert is just to make sure you know what is going on. That's all it's for. And so anytime you're looking at code where you have some uncertainty and you may not realize you have uncertainty about it, but like it just manifests as like a negative feeling, right? Or a queasy feeling. If you have a queasy feeling, you add asserts. No, not. Why do we keep doing... Okay, that is no longer in graphics. Okay. I kind of want to take a nap now. Just because I ran a stream, dude. I might... Did I ever use fossil scum? No. Okay. So, why is the camera so messed up in this level? Let's fix that. Okay, that doesn't really matter. Well, here's what we do. We're going to exit to overworld. Got to speed that up. Really? Is that something? Oh, because, okay, I forgot to do something. I don't know if that's related to what just happened. It might be. But like, because I'm tired, we put this in menu state, but we're not copying the value from graphics. And so the value is wrong. And then also, called at startup, these values are overwritten when loading a Campania. Okay. So we're going to do that. Going to go here. When do we do this? I don't know. After we reload the variables. I mean, this can go all the way down here. Okay. Resolution, display size. Ah! So probably I didn't change this code. Oh, this here. See, all these are wrong. Let's see who else does. A lot of people. A lot of people. Should I change all these to menu state? I mean, I guess so. Guys, I'm going to take a nap. I'm serious. As soon as this is working, we're going to have a short end to the stream, and then we'll come back later and do some more chicken jockey implementation. All right. This. Are you kidding me? I'm not that surprised, but This is also from our business thing. Wait, is this the right one? I have one in, yeah, that was the right one. Sleep is important. Yeah, Sunday is a nap day for me sometimes because I go dancing in the morning and I go dancing at night. It's like the extra, it's like the double activity day. And sometimes I'm like, let's get energetically prepared. All right. What is crashing us? Gosh, if we only used Rust. Display size. Delta is -1. Okay, this all looks right. Oh, because I guess it was an integer before. So here's what's happening. Maybe the value in, the variable system doesn't really understand enums. It was written, in fact, before we had implemented enums in this language. So it's probably an integer there, right? But here we're casting -1 to an enum. I don't know if we should care. Oh, shit. No, you know what happened? That's not it. That's not it. I changed it to unsigned. Remember when I said enum U8? Oh, I didn't think about that. Okay, this is going to be S8. That's the problem. See, okay, this is a good example. Sometimes, as your program gets complex, you change something somewhere, and it breaks something you didn't expect because you just weren't thinking about that, right? That's one of the things I try to design for, is to minimize the amount of time that happens, and when it happens, to make sure it's very fixable. Now, in this case, it still happened, but that's why we had that cast bounds check, was to tell us something was wrong, right? So I don't know. When people ask, why do you not want this feature, and why doesn't your language do this? And it's well, a lot of the time it's because that creates problems. All right, so display size halved. We're going to quit the game. We're going to go back. We're going to see if we're on display size halved. No, why not? Are we? All right. So we're probably doing things in the wrong order. So what was it? Init menu state. So when do we do this versus versus when do we load this? We'll go here. And we're probably doing them in the wrong order. Yeah, so load newest campaign happens here in init game. And we're doing init menu state down here. So we got to move that up to before init stuff in main. And again, so we debugged that really fast. So the reason I knew what happened there is just because I've been programming so much, right? I've done that before in various cases, maybe not in exactly this, but you know, I've done it before. All right. Hey, look, display size halved. Hell yeah, brother. Let's change it to 1080p. Oh, so low. Let's run again. Use asserts for null checks. Yeah, asserts are not that useful for null checks. Hey, look, 1080p. Also, in this language, we do have some null checks, but they're like, we only do them for automatic dereferences. Because again, if you're going to dereference manually, you're going to get a crash anyway. Why should we make your program slower by checking for null in that case, right? Yeah. Okay, let's get that off the list, and I'm going to take a little nap. Save the display resolution in the campaign file. All right, let's look, since this was so short, let's look for someone to raid for you guys. I could raid Minecraft. Wait, that's the wrong. What is going on? All right. Who do we raid? Making an open world RPG Unity 3D. Scritty. May contain sexual themes. I don't know, dude. What looks good? Below the stone. I don't even see what you're talking about. There's no word below. Zortschenheimer. Retro Dev Tooling. Maybe. I don't really see much, if I'm being honest. Computer Chronicles. Wow. All right, we'll go here. Not sure I made the menu setting set the value in graphics. It doesn't, because the value in graphics is no longer used. What we did was we changed everything in the game to use the menu settings variable. The value in graphics just represents what was loaded from your variables file, which is fine. Like, you could say, hey, maybe we should overwrite that, but then that's confusing because it just is. Yeah, I don't know. Like, there's a whole system where there's a default set of variables that gets loaded, and That's in there as a defaults. So if we have a menu thing that says reset to defaults, we might copy from graphics. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I got the name wrong. All right. Good luck, everybody. I'm going to nap. I might come back and play Cuck Blueprints game before dancing or something like that. I don't know. We'll see.